This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? Happy New Year's. You greatly appreciate it. Come on in, make yourself at home. This channel is for collectors of all type of formats, all type of genres. Doesn't matter if your format's 4K, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, 3D, doesn't matter. Same with the genre. Drama, history, fantasy, sci-fi, documentaries, whatever your genre is, you guys are all welcome. This week is kind of sad. It takes me to Big Lots. It appears that Big Lots is closing down. Still have a slight glimmer of hope of the YouTuber Movie Edge said that they might have been bought up by another company, so maybe there's a glimmer they might stay open, but right now it appears that they're closing. Looks like they had about 25% off sale. So this might be my last Big Lots video. If they have move up to 50%, I might go back again. There's a couple other movies I might pick up for a bigger discount. Also have some Hamilton book pickups that I did online. Have some Shout Factory, Kino Lorber Cult, Kino Lorber Classic, Warner Brothers, Disney. This is really cool Disney demo 3D Blu-ray, Shout Factory. So just a whole cornucopia of bangers. But before I get into what I picked up, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these weird, wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I've watched, either physical media, streaming on the Fire Stick, or actually live in the theater with my family. We kick it off with a Kino Lorber cult classic. This is The Kingdom of Spiders. It's a 1977 horror science fiction film. This is directed by John Bud Cardos, produced by Henry Founds, written by Richard Robinson. This stars the man, the myth, the legend himself, William Shatner, Tiffany Bowling, Woody Strode, Lou Dressler, and David McClain. The plot behind this, you have investigating the mysterious death of a number of farm animals. Vet Rack Hansen, played by William Shatner, discovers that his town lies in the path of hordes of migrating tarantulas. Before he can take action, the streets are overrun by killer spiders, trapping a small group of townfolk in a remote hotel. This is deliciously just cheesy. Most of the appeal comes from William Shatner. If you're familiar with William Shatner, doesn't matter if it's Star Trek, T.J. Hooker, Boston Legal, it's William Shatner. It's all the same. He actually gets a little ratchet in this film. He's messing around with one woman, and he finds another woman, and he kind of introduces the one woman to the old woman, just like, yeah, this is my new chick. It's fun. It's like Saturday afternoon sci-fi movies to watch as a kid. They use real spiders, so that kind of adds to the creepiness, though. But it's just fun. William Shatner sci-fi 70s type of movie. So if you like that kind of corniness, though, especially William Shatner, definitely check out Kingdom of Spiders. Staying on that same theme of cheesiness, I have the 1987 action crime drama thriller Steel Justice. This is directed and written by Robert Boris, produced by Thomas Coleman, starring Martin Kove, Sella Ward, Ronnie Cox, Bernie Casey, and Joseph Campanella. The plot behind this still is an ex-cop and Vietnam vet who is determined to bring down Quan, former South Vietnamese general and now rich and powerful drug lord. And when I mean this is cheesy, just imagine a B version of Rambo, a B version of Commando, with just a sidekick with a big dash of just corniness. It's a B movie. It's one of those B movies back in the day we used to watch Friday nights at the midnight movie. Cheesy acting, predictable outcome. Actually, the villain is way cooler than the actual protagonist. I was actually at one point kind of rooting for the villain. He's a badass. The star Stephen Cove, he will be forever a B or C actor, and that's the kind of performance he gives. But if you like that 80s corniness type of film, action film, with a big overtone of Rambo and Commando, definitely check out Steel Justice. My next movie is a 2024 American psychological supernatural horror film, Smile 2. Directed, written, and produced by Parker Finn. Also producing it is Marty Bowen, Isaac Klausner, and Robert Salerno. Starring Naomi Watts, Rosemary DeWitt, Lucas Gage, Miley Gutierrez-Riley, and Peter Jacobson. The plot behind this, it pretty much picks up where the first Smile left off. If you haven't seen that, I'm not going to spoil it for you though. But it picks up with a New York-based pop star, Sky Riley, who prepares for a comeback tour following a public struggle with substance abuse and a car crash. Despite constant supervision from her mother/manager, Elizabeth, and their assistant, Joshua, Sky sneaks out to buy Vicodin from Lewis, her high school friend, after injuring her back in rehearsals. At his apartment, she witnesses some very strange and creepy behavior. And I won't go into more details after that. Don't want to spoil it for you, though. This is actually much better than the first one. A little bit better than the first one. The first one, it had a creep factor to it, very interesting, a little different premise with the smile and people kind of creating very heinous acts after the smile on their face. So a little bit more action, a little bit more suspense. Didn't like the ending. Assuming they're trying to make a third part just the way it ended, it was very strange, didn't make sense. So, but still very entertaining. A little bit creepy though, and actually a little bit better than the first Smile. So if you like that type of unusual type of horror and you like this first Smile, definitely check out the sequel. Next, we have a 2024 American psychological horror film, Apartment 7A. Directed and screenplay by Natalie Erica James. Story by Skylar James. Produced by John Krasinski, Allison Seeger, Michael Bay, and Andrew Form. This stars Julia Garner, Diana Weiss, Jim Sturgis, and Kevin McNally. And if I had known this before, I probably watched this movie a lot sooner. This is actually a prequel to the classic movie Rosemary's Baby. Story behind this, Terry, a young dancer from Nebraska, now working in New York City, sustains a serious ankle injury during her Broadway production of Kiss Me Kate. After auditioning for a Broadway producer, she is befriended by Minnie and Roman Castevet, an elderly couple who live in the Branford apartment, and who offer her an apartment down the hall rent-free, which they explain as something they have done before to help someone who needs it. And essentially, this is pretty close to the same story, Rosemary's Baby, except it's a prequel. They do some very interesting and unique things by kind of giving the appearance that Mia Farrow's in the movie in a couple of scenes. Great acting, great scenes. I love how they captured the feel of, I believe it's mid to early 60s. However, it still didn't have that same creep factor that the original Rosemary's Baby did. I don't know if it's Roman Polanski's direction or the cinematography. Just didn't have that same type of creep factor though, but still very entertaining and interesting sequel. Be interesting to see if they're going to do another prequel or continue on this. I'd be interested in how the Castevets actually met the devil. I mean, how do you meet the devil and kind of gain a relationship? You meet him at a bingo game or something? How does that occur though? But if they went into more detail about that, I think that would have been a little bit more interesting though. But still, great prequel to a classic, Apartment 7A. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink of a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video. You can sit back and chill here like Shaka and Shira are at the window. We're back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Have my Big Lots pickups here. Possibly my last Big Lots pickup ever. Possibly. Also have my Hamilton book pickups here from probably about a month ago. I've been holding on for a minute. So let me get these scanned in and we'll jump right into it. Hold on. I'm just going to jump into what I picked up at Big Lots. There's a couple DVDs that I wanted. $3 though, but $3 to me is a little bit much for a DVD. And right now they're at 25% off, so I'm sure as they get closer to closing, they'll up the percentages. So, and there is a Punky Brewster Shout Factory Complete TV series that I wanted. It's $35, so if it's still there when they have more than 25% out, I might pick it up. But if you're familiar with the channel, you know I love these nuts, these cashews. They got the salt and pepper. Really, I got the last stuff that they had there, so salt and pepper and the ever so delicious Buffalo Ranch cashews. So good stuff. I guess from now on, I'm gonna have to go online, look at Nature's Eats and see if I can get it directly from them or maybe on Amazon. As far as physical media, I just have a soft spot for really cheesy, kind of monster, alligator, shark movies. I guess from watching so much Sci-Fi Channel and Saturday sci-fi movies growing up, I have a soft spot for really cheesy movies like that, or like this. Saltwater, The Battle for Ramrey Island. This is a 4 Media. I think 4 Media print so damn small I can't see it. Let me get my Wesley Snipes here. Hold on. Here I got my Wesley Snipes here, the real blade, Johnny Blaze, aka Billy Bob Thornton, my sling blade here to open this up. And put these in the bag right here. Saltwater. For digital media, I had to look real hard. And very nice slip cover. And they gave me, I think, 25% off, which worked out to like 45 cents. So pay a little bit less than $3 for this. Saltwater, possibly my last Big Lots pickup. Let's hope not. Now let's get into what I picked up at Hamilton Book Online. And got some really amazing deals. I already watched this. Freya Tingley, Rutger Hauer, who is more like a guest appearance. This is like a very older Rutger Hauer, but it's an interesting thriller movie. Sonata, and this is a Screen Media release. Next we have Blackwater Abyss, which I believe I watched streaming before. So fun alligator movie. Was it alligator? Yeah, I think it's a fun alligator movie. There, you call it spelunking, cave investigating, or going to these caves, crazy stuff that I would never do. Screen Media release. So, but fun action thriller type of film. Blackwater Abyss. I believe there's another Blackwater movie dealing with sharks. So I think there's like I don't say a sequel though, but another Blackwater movie. Next, Chilling Visions. I believe I got the DVD either at Big Lots or Dollar Tree on this one. It's a very clever movie. It's 5 different movies, but it deals with the 5 different senses: smell, sight, touch, taste, and hearing, or smell, see, touch, taste, listen. So 5 separate tales. Is actually a Shout Factory release. So I'm actually upgrading from the DVD. Really fun, unique, and creative stories. And if you're familiar with the channel, I love indie creative movies. I love directors and actors that can do more with less. That's a lot more creative than having $1 billion budget and cranking out a so-so movie. Shout Factory release, Chilling Visions, 5 Senses of Fear. Next, Gridlocked. Just watched this fun movie with Dominic Purcell. Danny Glover has a part in there. I think that's Stephen Lang from Avatar and a bunch of other movies. And it's a low-budget action film with kind of a tongue-in-cheek type of comedy to it, though. It's a magnet release. It's almost kind of like a buddy cop movie almost. So, Gridlocked, magnet release. And again, I started liking Dominic Purcell when they did Prison Break television show. I think that's when I really started paying attention to him. Next, we have another upgrade from a Dollar Tree purchase back in the day. The Hunter, Willem Dafoe, Francis O'Connor, and Sam Neill. Haven't seen this. I believe the wife did watch it. I believe she says pretty good. It's a suspense thriller. Magnolia release. And one of these I might be watching this afternoon. Don't know it yet. All right. You stop giving me problems. Hunter. And I'm also a big Willem Dafoe fan. I think he's one of those method actors that really kind of gets into the role. He lives the role for a part. I don't know that, but I believe he's just that type of actor. The Hunter. Next, we have kind of some B-C listers here. Ryan Phillippe, who I believe at one point might have been considered an A actor, and Casper Van Dien, who I don't think was ever an A actor. He's always been kind of the B action hero. It's a fun-looking movie. Second, Family Comes First. Blind Buy. For the price, definitely worth it. I'll look at it. It's a VVS release. They make some pretty decent mid-level production movies. The Second. This must be the French version. Dernier Recourse. And the artwork on the slipcover. That's cool. They have the French, then the English. Next, another Blind Buy. Matthew McConaughey, Free State of Jones, based on an incredible true story. This is a Universal release. And I believe, well, just looking at the back, it's this soldier right here who actually takes the side of the African enslaved that were transported here from Africa. So again, haven't seen this. Blind Buy. This is a Universal release. Let's see if the code still works. Free State of Jones. Looks interesting. Next, we have the sequel to a classic, The Jungle Book 2. I had this on DVD. If I've watched it, it's been so long, I don't remember it. I love Jungle Book. I grew up watching that. Mowgli, Baloo. Can't think of the snakes, and Shere Khan. And the live version of this in 3D wasn't bad either. It was pretty decent action, pretty decent 3D. Love some of the sound, the voice actors to that. So eventually I get around to watching Jungle Book 2. And of course, I'm sure these codes don't work anymore. And this is Disney. Next, another movie I watched streaming. I forgot the plot though, but if I remember correctly, it wasn't too bad. Mackenzie Davis, Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things, and Brooklyn Prince. Very cute name, Brooklyn Prince. It's a horror movie, horror thriller. And again, I've seen it before, I just don't remember the plot. And this is another Universal release of the Blu-ray. Oh, that's a little different. Universal usually has blue. They usually don't have any other color but blue. So that's a nice little change in pace. See if the code actually works. The Turning. Next, another movie I watched on Amazon Prime, just kind of perusing, and didn't realize this was an Antoine Fuqua directed film. Not familiar with him. I kind of consider him somewhat a protege of John Woo. I don't know how appropriate that is, just because I believe he did some movies with John Woo, and his action scenes are very reminiscent of a younger John Woo. He has great gunfight scenes, great car chase scenes, just a lot of action. And this is actually a pretty decent movie. So I was actually looking for this on eBay or Amazon, and fortunately ran across this on Hamilton Book for a much lower price. So very happy to get this. Marky Mark, who I have my issues with personally. Not I know him personally, but just him as a person. And I always kill this guy's name, Chiwetel Ejiofor. But very cool, kind of sci-fi fantasy action film, Infinite. And this is Paramount release. Next, great movie. Ewan McGregor, Naomi Watts, The Impossible. If I remember correctly, the wife and I watched this a while ago. It's about is it a typhoon? No, it's an earthquake. It's a huge earthquake that breaks out, and they're kind of scrambling for their lives. So great kind of drama, disaster film type of movie. Is this Summit? This is a Summit release. My wife probably have a history fit if I watch this without her, so it's a really good movie, very powerful movie about, again, just the strength of the human desire to live against forces of nature. And nice slip cover here. Just the Blu-ray, no DVD. Not hurting about that. We'll see if the code still works. A lot of these codes, even from Hamilton Book, they're expired because these are older movies, but for the price, it's definitely worth it, even without the code. The Impossible. And, oops. These are my Hamilton Book pickups. Give me a second, I'll tell you what I paid for that. For these movies, the most expensive one was The Impossible, but again, that's worth it. You don't have the total, but you can add it up. The most expensive ones, again, was $6. Cheapest one was the second, the Ryan Phillippe movie, Free State of Jones. That was only $3. So I'm still balling on a budget. My Kino Lorber pick for the week, and again, seems like every week I'm becoming more of a Kino Lorber fan. Whenever I get these, they have, on the bonuses, they have trailers of other Kino Lorber movies, and I'm finding movies I've never heard of with actors that I'm very familiar with, such as Donald Sutherland, who just passed, Jack Warren, and Stephen Penn. Crackers. No, it's not about white people. These are about safe crackers. And it's a Kino Lorber pick, Crackers. My classic pick for the week, which completes my Wayans Brothers collection. We're brothers, we're happy, and we're singing, and we're colored. Give me a high five. I just love that. Then they break into the electric relaxation from A Tribe Called Quest. Very funny television series. It's kind of cultish as far as the people who like, either you like the Wayans Brothers or you don't. It's the second season, Wayans Brothers, complete season 2, Warner Brothers. And lastly, my 3D pick for the week is actually a Disney 3D Showcase disc. It's a demo sampler. And you're like, why would you get a demo sampler? Most of these, well, all these movies actually have the full length though, but they have 2 little shorts on here, Working for Peanuts with Chip and Dale and Donald Duck, and the Timon and Pumbaa's 3D Showcase, which is pretty much showcasing the other 3D movies. It's a great demo disc for people who aren't really familiar with 3D. If you wanted to sell someone on 3D, this is kind of a disc that you sell them. Just like, and just I peeped it out real quick. Amazing colors, amazing depth, some pop outs there, so fantastic. So this is my Hamilton book, possibly my last Big Lots pickups. Familiar with the channel, so I separate the disc from the artwork. Some of these might make the shelves. Let me get these situated and get you good people on your way. Hold on. I have everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C is in crackers, L is in love at first bite, Z is in Zoolander. Let's knock this out. I have everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made this far, smash a like. If you've seen any of these movies, again, leave some comments. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone be safe. Happy New Year. Deuces.